Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Big Man Shenanigans, aka Aaron. In the background today, we will have a game of Fracture on the map Carbine. I believe it's 67 kills, about 13 deaths, using the 205 Brecci shotgun. I'll talk about that a little more later. But first, I'd like to say thank you for the support on the last episode. We got just over 50 views the last time I saw, and I honestly didn't expect to have that much response to that first video. So thank you for that. Thank you for your feedback as well. I got quite a few comments and quite a few private messages regarding everything afterwards. And I'm going to do my best to kind of address those comments, concerns, and everything, and try to grow on them as much as possible. Like, the first comment I had gotten was regarding my playstyle. And one of my friends had said it, that I have a little bit of a spastic style of playing, and that is something, I guess that's kind of like my calling card. I don't play by the textbook. Like, some players you can play against, you know exactly what they're going to do, when they're going to do it, how they're going to do it. I like to kind of be the mold breaker on that, because if you watch me, I like to slide into gunfights. I like to go head on. If it's in a closer situation, I know for a fact I can win. I think I know I can win. But I also like to kind of I like to skate the outsides of the map as well. So it's kind of a which way do I actually go, because I can't be an aggressive and a defender. It's my own personal style, because I didn't have any friends or close like cousins or anything that played Call of Duty or any other gaming in general really when I was growing up. So my style of gaming is very unique to me specifically, and I think that's why, because I lose quite a few gunfights as you can see in these videos, but I make up for it, and I guess the way I win gunfights and my evasiveness, that I do kind of step outside the boundaries of what a normal COD player I think would do. And that kind of catches them off guard enough for me to kind of take advantage of it. And what kind of amuses me about my style is that I've watched my wife start gaming over the past year or so. And she mimics my gaming style because she's watched me play for so long. She's really only had me as an influence for her gaming. She had to discover it on her own. And it's funny to see the little, even just the little movements that you don't see anybody else do besides me, or, I mean, there probably are some other people out there, but mainly the kind of movements that I kind of, are my specialty, I guess I can say. And she's learned to kind of mimic those movements, and I find that really entertaining. I would like to stop here real quick and say, I'm going to say at the beginning of the video, sorry about the, I guess, kind of the lack of content here. I wanted to do 2 or 3 videos a week here for a while, and I managed to put out my first video and then haven't shown anything in the past, I think, week now. I had my 21st birthday on Monday, so this past weekend and Monday I was kind of taking it easy. I was kind of planning for the party we were having, and I just wasn't really focusing on this currently. I don't want to take time off of it. I just didn't have time for it. There's just so much going on that I was trying to balance everything. And for anyone that knows me personally, I have absolutely no time management skills. But I'm trying to get a little bit better about that. But just trying to balance that. I had a crazy week of work. And last night, we went out on a little date night and went and saw Suicide Squad. For those of you who have not seen it yet, it is an extremely funny movie. It isn't a movie I would take your kids to. I won't say any spoilers about it because I know people are going to get upset about that. But if you've seen Deadpool and know that raunchy humor that they do in that movie, I know, don't mix Marvel and DC, but the style of comedy in that is very similar to what they use in Suicide Squad. It is just very immature, silly comedy kind of stuff. And that's probably my favorite kind of comedy, in all honesty. But what led up to us going to see Suicide Squad, we had actually stopped off at GameStop, and I was looking for a Harley Quinn Pops bobblehead. If you know that, you go to any GameStop, they have their giant selection of bobblehead merchandise and stuff now. And I wanted to kind of dress up my office at work a little bit. And Harley's been one of my, not my favorite characters, one character I find extremely funny for a long time. And now they have these Pops bobbleheads, I was going to get one of those for my desk. And we stopped off at GameStop, and unfortunately they did not have a Harley Quinn, or at least the model of Harley Quinn that I originally wanted. But we talked to the guy at GameStop about that. He ended up printing out 5 or 6 sheets of paper about all their Pops and how to pre-order them and all that stuff, because I didn't know you could actually pre-order bobbleheads. And so I thought, oh, this is a nice guy. It's nice to talk to him, and he's being a good employee. We ended up talking for going on probably 45 minutes about just random gaming stuff. And I find it entertaining. There's not too many people that you can just talk about. You can jump from topics of Call of Duty to Destiny to Pokemon to Lego games to the Batman movies to comedy movies. It's a weird combination. People like to stay on one specific topic, I guess, when you're talking to them. And this guy we just kind of bounce ideas off each other constantly, and it was so entertaining for me. My wife's probably gonna make fun of me for that, because I think she thought I was very similar to this guy. And it's just fun for me that we could just kind of talk about random nonsense like that, and suggested a couple games to try out, and talking about new releases we're excited for, talking about the evolution of Harley Quinn, because that's actually what got us kind of going towards Suicide Squad, I think. And talking about her as the Jester Harley Quinn, for if you've read the comic book, she was Joker's girl, and she was more of a Jester character. And that changes in the new movie. I won't say too much about it, but she's more just like a bad girl versus being the Jester kind of figure. And we were talking about that, about how the evolution of that happened, like what we thought of that, and doing the Jared Leto versus Heath Ledger Jokers. And by the way, in the movie, Jared Leto actually, for the role they cast, I think he did very well for it. You know, it does look a tad bit strange still to me. But just talking about just all that back and forth is just kind of fun. My wife, I'm getting into be a little bit nerdy stuff. We'll have little nerd talks occasionally. But it's just not quite the same as someone who's been, I guess, around gaming and nerd stuff for as long as we have. And it was just nice to be able to talk about that kind of stuff with somebody. And this gameplay is actually starting to wrap up here. I didn't realize how short this gameplay was. We dropped 67 kills using this Brecci shotgun. Like I said, it's a tad bit overpowered. I'm not sure what's going on in this final kill cam. He was attempting to punch my teammate for 4 or 5 whacks. I'm not sure what he was doing. But again, thank you all for watching the video here. Feel free to subscribe, leave a like, give feedback. Any feedback is appreciated. I'd still like to kind of see some feedback on where I should go with this. A lot of these commentaries have been just kind of rambling of mine. So hopefully I get a little more direction here soon. Other than that, thank you guys for stopping by, and have a good night. Bye.